Here we go again. There's a new cheating scandal making headlines today. This time it's notorious bad boy Charlie Sheen.
So, Betsy, you want to have a play date so we can have sex?
The actor, who's no stranger to negative headlines, landed this cover of In Touch Weekly wearing the dumbest disguise ever.
Broken promises, broken wedding vows.
Photographers caught Sheen in this ridiculous getup as he was leaving his alleged lingerie model escort mistress's home. And to top it off, their affair supposedly took place while Charlie was in rehab after being accused of attacking his wife on Christmas Day. And Sheen is just the latest in a string of cheaters who've clearly made 2010 the year of the wanderer. Tiger, Jesse, Tiki, who will be the next to stray? And joining us now are clinical psychologist Dr. Betsy Shore-Levy and senior editor of In Touch Weekly, Amy Palmer, and
To smack me around. Let's just get the dumb guy.
I'm going to take the job with Ashley. Okay, you guys.
Yeah.
This new article on Esquire magazine that just came out, written by Anonymous, says there are rules about affairs, and it says you should always have sex with someone who has as much risk as you do. So these guys, Charlie Sheen and all the others we've been talking about, they ain't living by that rule.
Well, you're never going to find somebody other than a famous actor or actresses. Well, why do men cheat? I would like to know. You can give your answer, and then I'll give you the answer.
Okay.
Because you're going to do the professional answer, I'm going to give you the street answer.
And let's see how the
Let's
professional
see if
answer
they
and the street
sync up.
answer
Okay, Doc.
go together. I'm
Right,
ready
Doc.
for you, Donnie.
Okay.
I think men are looking for something to build the ego. I think men are looking for something to make them feel more powerful, to feel more in control. I think they're looking to feel like they win. They've got the secret. And yet they can go home, and they go home even more fulfilled and even more powerful. And I don't think it's innocent. I don't think it's innocent whether that your partner is at risk and you're not, or she is and you aren't. It's not innocent. There's someone at home. There's children at home. But yes, I think they're looking for power. I think they're looking for control.
Because they're bored and they want new sexual stuff. It's that.
That's all it is?
And this is way, to your point, this is the way we feel alive. And the other secret, I want to tell your audience, and don't shoot the messenger. There's a curve here. 20%, 20%, 60%, and I believe 60% of the men cheat in some form.
I had a shrink once that told me that 95% of men and women would cheat.
No,
if
they do. Guys.
Here's the thing.
Guys, let me just...
Wait, I didn't finish. Okay. If they didn't think it was going to hurt somebody, and if they could get away with it.
Okay. Here's the 20% of men, I believe, never stray. They're usually happy or they're afraid of their wives. 20% are real slime bags, mistresses, girlfriends, they would screw their wife's best friend. And 60% are in the middle. They're happily married. They don't want to blow their lives up. They actually cheat to stay in the marriage. Or whether it's once a year on a business trip or with somebody like Ashley. And they I didn't say it's okay.
60% feel bad about it?
You know, they go home and they feel it's okay. And they legitimize it. They just need it. They say, this is the way I stay in the marriage. I'm not saying it's right. I made mistakes in my
look at somebody like Charlie Sheen, that is our cover story this week. He's cheating with an alleged escort. So what's his...
Well, his answer is, I don't pay them to come, I pay them to leave. I mean, that's the answer.
And that's a
in a
power
strange
thing.
way, no. For men, famous men, that's some of the safest thing in the world. I want to more get to the every guy, and it's important.
Yeah, well,
because not just Hollywood stars are cheating, everyone is cheating.
But it trickles down. You have to understand, what we're seeing in the celebrity world is actually indicative of what happens in regular population.
Women are doing it more than ever now.
Okay, what about that?
Particularly women who don't work.
Do you think more women are admitting to it?
Here's what's happening to women. Once their youngest kids are school-centric, 7, 8 years old, so it's no longer about money, they don't work. They're bored. Their husbands doesn't make them feel good. The first contractor or soccer coach that says, Mrs. Stevens, you look so pretty today, out of boredom.
And that's are really buff and...
Betsy makes a very important point there, because those guys are what the woman is dreaming about and looking for. Because Donnie said before, the husband is bored. What about the wife is bored?
Yeah.
What about the wife needs to feel seductive? The wife needs to feel beautiful. She wants to be seduced. She wants to come home.
And the man can at least go to work and get some passion there. I don't mean sex.
Yeah, but what about women who are also working, who are power women, and then they're going out and having affairs? Like, what's the dynamic there? Why are they cheating on their husband?
They're in the same role that the man at work, in the office. Look at office romance. It's right there for you.
These days.
Why don't they
increasing our places
go?
in the workplace?
Yeah, why don't they go with each other though? The powerful man and the powerful
Because they
women.
can't
Why don't
handle
they
that.
have affairs?
You know, it goes.
They can't. It's too much. It's too much
Right.
ego.
That's
I
right.
think though, what is
They're not getting what they need from
what
women.
I think
That's
women,
right.
what I think
Right?
women should know, should understand the important thing. If they ever do catch their husbands, I'm not saying to stay, to go.
Right.
It very often doesn't have a lot to do with them. It has to do with, to Betsy's point, a man need. You can be great in bed as a woman. You can please your man,
I have to
and it's a
agree with
different. They
Donna
do
there.
it from a different.
Do you have issues
Does that
with
mean
your
that-
wife, whether it's, you think about your wife in a certain way. She takes care of the kids, she's my, the mother to my kids, and she takes care of the house, and she does all those things. She's one person. I need to go find someone that's exciting.
That's why you can't just be that person.
Right.
Betsy, is she talking about that whole Madonna complex?
Yeah, I think so. But the problem in this whole process is you go home to that woman after the affair who's taking care of the kids, who's sort of boring, who's not seducing you. She's cooking dinner. She's in her blue jeans, not something more exciting.
Right.
She's the wife. She's the mother of
And
your
she doesn't say,
children.
"Oh, husband, you're so great," versus the new.
That's
Oh,
right.
you're so
Yeah.
strong.
When
You're so
you-
big. You're so powerful. So,
Feeding his
I mean,
ego. She's just feeding his ego.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, so here's what this guy says, anonymous. You learn things when you cheat. It's fun, a lot of laughs, and you can be more elementally honest with a woman who has 45 minutes with you than a woman with whom you'll spend 45 years.
That's not intimacy. I mean, that's not intimacy. So obviously that person's going to be comfortable with it. I just think it's a real crisis what's happening, and I definitely think reporting so much on celebrity news, I'm seeing it so much, and technology really makes it so much easier for people to cheat.
Do you guys think it's okay? I want to ask you a question as women. Let's say a guy is a good provider for his wife. He's not being so nice to her, and he's kind of really not having sex with her much anymore. Honey, I don't want you. And she's going to, do you think it's okay for her to cheat?
No.
No. I think she needs to talk to you about
Should she just leave him? Let's this is not black. But let's say they can't. It's not black. No.
Tell each other the
But let's
truth
say,
and work it
okay, but let's say,
out.
once again, there are kids involved.
Exactly.
Once again, there are kids involved.
Yeah.
They don't want to, they're afraid of traumatizing their kids. Their husband is not making them feel any way, listen to me, just please let me play this out. Okay, but not everybody can afford to get divorced. People don't want to do that to their
Very
children.
true, and that's a very
So
simple
is there a
thing.
logic for that woman? If I was that woman, I'd say, you know what, my husband doesn't want to have sex with me anymore. He never makes me feel good. If once every 2 weeks Louis comes in and services the account,
I don't think
is there
that's
anything
what-
terrible there?
I don't understand why she would feel that way, but I think that you have to do some things before you go that
Absolutely,
way.
Sarah, that's not the foundation of marriage.
I
It's
agree
the
with-
easy
I
way
agree
out.
with that.
And it's a destructive way out, and the children
So
are
then
hurt,
the answer
and
is
the
you
wife
work,
is
you
hurt.
work, you work, and then if you can't solve it, you just get divorced.
No, you work,
and
and then you work on the marriage.
And here's
and
the
you work on
problem.
the problems.
Here's
you
the
don't
problem.
work on running out.
Yeah, I think the problem with women, though, is that if we did that, we'd feel so guilty.
Yes.
That we would
So
really...
you
There are a lot of
about
women
it.
doing it, kids.
No, there are a lot of women doing it. There are.
But
And women you would least expect. I mean, the mommies that you're describing.
The
Because
mommies,
they're
yes,
bored, and
they're
because their
bored.
husbands are doing nothing
Right.
but working and not making them feel good. And look, it's wrong.
It's all over
Donna, you're
TV.
bringing
It's wrong. I will never do it again. Okay.
enough.
Let's all take a bath. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
You guys go duke it out. You can't leave though. We're gonna take a break. When we come back in 60 seconds, read it.
Oh, we come back in 60